Hello, dear friends. Today, I'm going to tell you a very special and deep story about two men. One is rich, but unhappy, and the other is poor, but full of happiness. This story will teach us an important lesson. Money is not everything in life. Sometimes real wealth comes from the heart. If you want to listen to more stories like this and improve your English easily and quickly, please subscribe to the channel now and click the notification bell so you never miss a story. Story: Two Lives, Two Destinies. In a peaceful, small town lived two men who couldn't be more different from each other. The first man was named Jack. Jack was extremely wealthy. He owned a huge mansion with beautiful gardens full of flowers and trees. He had several luxury cars, fancy clothes, and all the latest technology money could buy. People admired him and wanted to be like him. But strangely, Jack was never truly happy. No matter how much money he had, he always felt empty inside. He believed that if he only had more money, he would finally be happy. But that day never came. The second man was named Tom. Tom lived in a tiny wooden cabin at the edge of town. He did not have a steady job and owned very little. His clothes were old and worn, and sometimes he struggled to find enough food. But Tom had something money could not buy: a kind heart and a positive spirit. He smiled every day, helped his neighbors, and believed in the goodness of life. Despite his struggles, Tom was always hopeful and cheerful. If you're enjoying this story so far, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Your support means a lot. One day, feeling tired of his lonely and unhappy life, Jack decided to take a break from his world of luxury. He wanted to find out what real happiness felt like. So he packed a small bag, put on simple clothes, and traveled to a nearby town where no one knew him. To keep his identity secret, he called himself John. In the new town, John met Tom. They quickly became friends. Tom welcomed John with open arms and showed him his simple life, how he helped others, how he found joy in small things like a sunny day or a good conversation. John was amazed. He saw that Tom, who had almost nothing, was happier than him, the man who had everything. John asked Tom, "How can you be so happy without money?" Tom smiled and said, "Happiness comes from inside. It's about loving what you have, being kind to others, and never losing hope." John started spending his days with Tom, helping neighbors, learning to appreciate the little things, and feeling warmth he never felt before. One rainy afternoon, Tom suddenly became very sick. He had no money to see a doctor. John immediately decided to help. He used all his savings to pay for Tom's treatment and stayed by his side until Tom got better. During that time, John realized something important. He didn't want to be rich just for himself anymore. He wanted to use his money to make others' lives better. He discovered that true happiness comes from giving, not just having. When Tom recovered, John had to return to his real life, but he was no longer the same person. He went back to his mansion with a new heart and new values. Tom also had a chance to change his life. With John's help, he found work, learned new skills, and his future started to look bright. If you want to hear more inspiring stories like this and improve your English, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. Your feedback is very important to me. The end. Thank you for listening to this story until the end. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you always stay updated with new stories that teach us about life, kindness, and happiness.